The Harper government is proposing mandatory prison sentences for those convicted of serious drug offenses.
Tough new anti-drug laws have to be part of the solution. But interdiction by itself is not going to be enough. We are committing fully 2/3 of the new funding for our strategy to prevention and treatment. That has got to be a second best strategy at best.
Insight has been a safe place for addicts to shoot up, with clean needles and medical monitoring.
Back in September, Federal Health Minister Tony Clement refused to grant the safe injection site another 3.5-year exemption, instead opting for a 15-month extension. At the time, he said the only thing that research had shown was that more research was needed. What wasn't known at the time was that Ottawa had also cut research funding. Canada's foremost AIDS researcher now accuses the Harper government of politically interfering.
Whether it's their political ideology or their religious beliefs or moral standards, I cannot really begin to address those issues, but I think that this is basically equivalent to political interference with the natural development of evidence gathering and evidence-based decision making.
Why would the government, on the one hand, announce that additional time is needed to study the potential success of the Vancouver Safer Injecting Facility, and on the other hand, eliminate the funding needed for such evaluations? One hopes that the current government of Stephen Harper will be willing to learn and to revisit this issue in the interest of public health. Tomorrow, a summary of the findings by the independent BC Centre for Excellence in HIV/AIDS will be published in the Canadian Medical Association Journal, but CBC News has obtained the report. It concludes that Insight has led to large reductions in public drug use, publicly discarded syringes, and syringe sharing around the facility. Increased use of detox services, in other words, addicts seeking education and treatment. No increase in drug dealing, and no increases in drug-related crime or new drug use.
The science is mixed.
He claims that the science is mixed. Well, the science is solid, and it says that insight saves lives. It's an outright lie to say that the science is mixed.
The minister spoke about the fact that he had his own research people. I wonder if his research people were peer-reviewed, given that the Insight was peer-reviewed by 21 peer reviews from international peer reviews following international principles of research. Did the minister have his report from his advisory council similarly peer-reviewed? Quick answer, yes or no?
Well, it was an independent, evidence-based, scientific approach to the research, and I would defend that. They were scientists. I listened to scientists.
Was it peer-reviewed, Minister?
Was it
yes or no?
No. Well, it wasn't for publication in some journal, so in that sense, it probably was not peer-reviewed for publication, but all of those people are expert scientists. But I know you don't want to hear the answer.
My question.
This minister continues to cite non-scientifically based opinion pieces published by American ideologues as a basis for his position.
While I would quickly assert that people at Insight have the best of intentions, I think the site itself represents a failure of public policy.
Mr. Heed is now the Chief of Police for the West Vancouver Municipal District, and he fully supports Insight's results. He believed that it achieved its first thing, which was decrease of public harm and increase in public order. The Chinese Business Downtown Merchants Association, who were opposed to the setting up of Insight at the beginning, are now fully in support of it. They have seen the crime rates dropped. They feel that they're able to walk their streets now, so they now support it.
Only safe injection site doesn't lead to crime or increased drug use, but in fact reduces health risks, saves healthcare costs, and most importantly, saves lives.
Got to be a second best strategy at best.